I have an exercise for you today that will make you a better copywriter. Now, I got this from the late, great Clayton Makepeace. And I had, first the great opportunity to be able to learn from him when he was putting out the Makepeace Total Package essays and emails. And then I had the even better fortune to be able to work with him directly on a few projects. And I cherish that as one of my most important professional experiences. So this particular exercise came out of an article that I must have discovered this over a decade ago. At this point, it's gone from the internet along with the entire Total Package archives, but I still think of this exercise often. And importantly for me, even though I don't go through this exercise on a regular basis, the thinking behind it is going on in my mind all the time as a copywriter. And so I want to share with you, it's a super powerful exercise that will make you a better copywriter, and that's what we'll cover in today's episode. These are the proven direct response marketing, copywriting, and entrepreneurship success strategies you can use today to write your own ticket and create the life you want. I am Roy Furr, and this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Now, here's today's breakthrough. All right, so as always, today's episode is sponsored by me. Specifically today, I want you, if you get a lot of value out of today's episode, I want you to check out my Know Thy Customer training at BTMSinsiders. It's about going deep into how your customer thinks and what motivates them, what pulls them in. The link is in the description. BTMSinsiders, it's like Netflix for copywriting and marketing training. So you pay one low fee, you get access to, at this point, over 150 hours of training, including Know Thy Customer. So what's this exercise that's going to make you a better copywriter? Again, it's from Clayton Makepeace, and it's designed to turbocharge the old features versus benefits lesson. So you get into marketing, you get into advertising, you get into selling, and you're told that people don't buy products for the features like, oh, this pencil is 6 inches long. They buy it for the benefit. This pencil will write smoothly and the lead will last long to allow you to write often and replace your pencil less, right? So you're turbocharging the old features versus benefits lesson, which is just that okay, this pencil has specific characteristics or properties versus those characteristics or properties lead to a certain benefit. And in fact, this exercise helps you go deep into the core drives and desires of your target market. It's pretty simple. Okay, so you can start with a spreadsheet and you would have 3 columns here. Or at this point, I like doing mind maps or note apps. I use Workflowy all the time. My show notes are in front of me in Workflowy. And so I use note apps like that, even just an outline in Microsoft Word. You start with the features. So we're going to start by listing all the features of our particular product. So, I've sold a lot of investment services. So it could be a monthly investment newsletter focused on large cap energy stocks or something like that, right? And there could be certain features to it. There could be the membership site. There could be the customer service. There could be all of these different features to it. Or if it's BTMSinsiders, the features are 150 plus hours of marketing and copywriting training. There's a private Facebook group for members. There's all new training that gets added to the membership. There's all sorts of different features that you can list, right? Or whatever the product is, whatever the service is, there are a specific number of features that you list. And this is, what is it? Answer the question. What is it? Right? And then, so that's the features column or the features level if you're doing mind map or note apps. The next level deeper is the benefits. So for each feature, we list all the benefits that offers. So For example, the monthly newsletter, it keeps you updated on major market movements within the energy sector. It introduces you to big long-term investment opportunities in this energy sector, focused on income, focused on profits, whatever. So there are the features. There are the benefits that come from the feature. So a benefit for BTMS Insiders might be that you can basically log in and find training on a large number of copywriting and marketing questions that you may have or topics that you might like to cover. So that's a benefit. If you have a particular scenario or situation involving copywriting or your copywriting career, your marketing, you can log in and you can find training that will help you achieve whatever goal you're trying to achieve, right? Or the benefit of the private Facebook group is you can connect with other members. You can ask other members your questions. You can get answers from me on some of those questions. You can participate in the group challenges. There's the features and then the benefits. The group challenges might actually be a feature, right? But the benefit of that is you practice being more productive, thinking specifically about the productivity challenge that I've had running this week. You practice being more productive and accomplishing your most important goals. Okay, so we've got features, we've got benefits. Then the third step in this, and this is critical and the major differentiation from the traditional features and benefits, is something called dimensionalized benefits. Now, I believe the dimensionalization actually comes from Tom Phillips, who founded Phillips Publishing, which was one of the biggest financial and health publishers, independent publishers in the 1990s, especially, and maybe the early 2000s. It became one of the biggest direct mail, direct response marketers in the world. And Tom Phillips had this thing called dimensionalization. And Clayton worked closely with Phillips and helped launch some of their most successful products. And so he taught this lesson as well, this dimensionalization. And the dimensionalization or dimensionalized benefit is the next level beyond the benefit. So why do you care about the benefit? Like, why do your prospects care about the benefit? What's the extended effect of it? What's the next layer benefit? What's the ultimate transformation that takes place in their life because of this? What dreams, desires, or sense of personal destiny does it allow them to fulfill? What relief or escape from their fears, frustrations, and failure does it provide? How does that benefit impact their life in 3 months, 3 years, 3 decades, right? So, for example, I can talk about copywriting and marketing skills. And I can talk about, okay, copywriting and marketing can actually help you, get more leads, customer sales, profits today, get bigger paychecks, paydays, etc. Or I can talk about this as an opportunity for total financial freedom, total lifestyle freedom. So when you learn copywriting, when you learn marketing, when you learn how to log onto the internet and make money show up, then it's not just that you can get a paycheck from it. It's that when you get good at this, you could work from anywhere. You could live the life of a perpetual nomad, traveling the world and living in different places and experiencing different things and achieving whatever you want to achieve. And do it while not having to worry about money, being able to create a consistent income that's able to follow you to anywhere in the world. You can, you can come up with an idea of things that you want to create in the world, and you can make it happen because you have the business and entrepreneurial skills that actually allow you to do that. There's all sorts of greater opportunity that isn't just about the skills that you learn, right? And so other things that this financial freedom might mean, regardless of if you use it to travel the world, it could mean that your family is always taken care of, that you never worry about how big your grocery bill is, or you never worry about meeting monthly bills or monthly expenses, or whatever these different angles that you might want to take are, depending on your personality and your market, or your client's personality and their market. The dimensionalized benefit of some money-making opportunity might be living in a mansion and driving a Ferrari, or it might be humble living, but never having to worry about money ever again, and making sure that your family's taken care of, making sure that your kids are taken care of, making sure that your kids' kids are taken care of. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So you ask, dimensionalizing the benefit, what does the immediate benefit, what impact does that have on my ideal customer, my target market? And so going back to like the spreadsheet, the whole exercise aspect of this, you listed the features, and then for each feature, there can be multiple benefits that come from it. So you list those. And that's why I like the mind map approach, or like Notes app that allows you to do nested bullets. So there's the features, there's the benefits, and then there is the dimensionalized benefits, which is the next layer beyond that. So why is that important? And most often, by the way, this is where all products and services start to fall into three major benefits: more health, or better health, better wealth, more wealth, and better relationships, more relationships, whatever, like relationship improvement, wealth improvement, health improvement. And so much of it is going to come down to what is the long-term impact on their health, their wealth, or their relationships. And there can be some nuances to this. So like, what more wealth might actually increase their status, or more fitness, if that's like the group that they run in, might increase their status and improve relationship, or achieving better work relationships might increase their wealth. So there is always some interplay there. But the question is, what is the long-term benefit, the long-term outcome that they're really going for, that is going to drive the purchase behavior today? So when you do this exercise, when you write copy, you want to keep this dimensionalized benefit top of mind, right? As you're writing, you could be writing about an investment opportunity, but really what you're talking about is never having to worry about finances in retirement, or having an abundant income beyond anything that they need to spend, or whatever that dimensionalized benefit is. You need to keep that top of mind. Not necessarily that you need to insert it into every line of copy, but that you need to recognize that ultimately it's definitely not the features of your product that people are buying. And it's actually not really the immediate benefits, even though that's how they're going to determine in the short term if your product was successful. The real reason that they're buying is whatever underlying motivation comes in that dimensionalized benefit. And so you're keeping that top of mind. You are helping the prospect at relevant points in the copy. You're helping the prospect see beyond the immediate features and benefits of your product or service, your offer, to the dimensionalized benefit, that ultimate outcome that success will help them achieve. And a couple places that this might show up in your copy where you might be more direct about talking about this dimensionalized benefit and helping like paint the picture, right? Is oftentimes there's a section of future pacing, or helping the prospects see their future self when they are successful, right before you really lay out the offer for them. So if you've talked about this whole opportunity that you're going to help them pursue, right? There's a moment where you're like, oh, and it's going to be so awesome because all of these things are going to happen in the future for you because you pursued this opportunity today. So that's that future pacing section before the offer, or in the close, at that point where you're just at the end and you're trying to get them to make their decision, you can talk about this long-term transformation. So, 12 months from today, 10 years from today, what's going to be different in your life if you don't take action? And what's going to be different in your life if you do take action? And that's where you get into the dimensionalized benefits component. And throughout your copy, like your ability to talk about dimensionalized benefits in a believable way requires you to justify the dimensionalized benefit with the more immediate benefits, which are justified by the features. So if you want to promise someone total transformation and financial freedom in their life through the skill of copywriting, you have to explain to them, okay, I'm promising this total financial freedom, but that comes because you're able to generate this income from anywhere by logging on to the internet with your computer. And that comes because those skills are taught inside BTMS Insiders, for example, right? Like, so we talk about the dimensionalized benefits, but we have to connect the dots backwards through the benefits, through the more immediate benefits that they're going to be able to see and measure, and back to the features, the components of the product or service. And believability comes only when you can connect the dots backwards, and people have to believe that you can actually, like, you cannot just go straight to the dimensionalized benefit and say like, oh, if you want financial freedom, click here, right? That people don't believe that, and so they don't respond to it. Or, if you want financial freedom, enter your credit card here and we'll charge it $1,000. Yeah, people don't respond to that. They want the dots connected. And so if you want to use these dimensionalized benefits, that's awesome. You just have to make sure that and it's easy if you've gone through this exercise, that you're able to connect the dots backwards, that you're able to justify the dimensionalized benefits with the more immediate benefits, and those are justified by the features, what they're actually buying today. And I'm going to take this one step further, and I am going to offer you a dimensionalized benefit of actually going through this exercise. So the short-term benefit is you're going to have a better idea of the underlying buying motivation for whatever piece of copy you're working on right now. Like if you sit down and you go through this exercise, you're going to have a better idea of what's going to make people respond. And like, you may not be perfect at coming up with this, and that's okay. Simply going through the process and asking yourself these questions, like, okay, here's the feature. What's the benefit that people are going to get from this? And like, why on a long-term basis is that going to change their life? The short-term benefit is you're going to have more clarity, or at least a better sense on this piece of copy. The long-term benefit, or the dimensionalized benefit for you of this, is that you will really start to get a better grasp of human motivations. Just by paying attention to this and thinking about this, you're going to have a better idea of what actually makes people buy, what motivates them to buy, like what drives markets. And you'll start to notice in different markets that you research and that you pay attention to, or your narrow market, if that's what you're really focused on, you're going to understand better. You're going to learn to speak to people about what they care about, what they want. You're going to think a couple layers deep into it. And so you're going to be able to recognize when somebody takes an action and it might be counterintuitive, why they would take that action based on the immediate circumstances. You might have a good assumption about maybe the long-term dimensionalized benefit that they see in taking that specific action, including making buying decisions. And this will turn you into a better leader, a better motivator, a better persuader, copywriter, salesperson, marketer, advertiser, entrepreneur. Like, you, by understanding people, you can do all of those things better. And you'll be able to achieve more success in life and business, and have your business, have your career just continue to reward you, and perhaps give you that financial freedom, personal freedom, total freedom that we all as human beings seem to crave and desire. So that's what I have for you. Go out and actually apply this. Go try this. And hey, don't forget that if you want to go deeper, there's a link in the description to the Know Thy Customer training at BTMS Insiders that can start to give you an even better sense of what those dimensionalized benefits look like. So check that link in the description. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. With every episode, I'm here trying to help you discover new ways to grow your marketing genius, one episode at a time. And hey, I think that if you try this episode, you'll realize that this episode was a major success at doing that. And I'll catch you again in the next episode. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.